I can't take breaks until I've completed this task, no matter how long it will take. I don't understand this, but I'm not gonna ask for help and sound stupid. No, please don't help me. I need to figure out everything myself. Does this sound like you? Well, if so, chances are that you either already have burnout or you are going to have it very soon. Hi there, if you're new here, I'm Bailey. I'm a psychology student living in Germany, and today I will walk you through what a burnout is, the top 5 mistakes which cause burnout, and lastly, how to prevent or recover from it. So first things first, what is burnout? Burnout is an ongoing state of feeling overwhelmed, fatigued, and emotionally drained. The crucial difference between burnout and stress is that burnout is an ongoing state, whereas stress is mostly temporarily and goes away once that one exam is written or the presentation is held. Another key difference is when you're stressed, oftentimes you can still be productive. In fact, stress can sometimes even boost your performance in the short term. But with burnout, you feel physically and mentally drained, making it hard to get anything done at all. If you found out that you might not be affected by burnout, you can still get value out of this video if you want to learn how to avoid burnout so that the temporary stress doesn't turn into a lasting burnout. Which is why the second part of the video is about the top 5 mistakes which lead to burnout. Okay, I hope you're not overwhelmed by the amount of mistakes, but you need to know what not to do in order to do it right. First mistake is the lack of prioritization. Not having set priorities in your life will make you push you beyond your limits whilst trying to be perfect at everything. I mean, take a look at the most successful people. Quickly you will realize they are people who focus on their values, who have set priorities for themselves. They don't try to become a musician while also trying to thrive in their business. They know what is important to them and they laser focus to it. So it's not about working on as many things as possible at the same time and juggling all these things, but nailing down your tasks to the most important ones and putting them first no matter what. Speaking of prioritization, learning a new language should be everybody's priority because it not only opens us up to other cultures, but also enhances our career opportunities. And besides, it makes connecting with the locals while traveling so much more fun. For instance, I've started to take practicing Spanish more seriously. Very early on, I realized I needed to practice with a native speaker. That's why this video is brought to you by Lingoda. Lingoda is a language learning platform which helps you connect with native speakers and helps you practice pronunciation as well as cultural aspects in small groups.
La foto número 1 relaciona con croissant.
Oye, croissant.
Croissant.
En español es croissant.
Ah, croissant.
Muy bien.
And don't worry if you have a busy schedule. With Lingoda, you can book a class at any time of the day, even at 1 a.m. in the morning. If you're curious and want to level up your language learning skills, use the link in my description box down below to get a 7-day free trial. And if you decide to continue, you also get 20 euros off. Gracias a Lingoda por patrocinar este video. Mistake number 2 is not asking for help. Sometimes we think that we have to do everything by ourselves instead of asking for help, since as we claim it would push people away and overload them with our tasks and problems. And on top of that, would make us look stupid. In reality, most of the people, they found enjoyment in helping others out. It simply makes them feel more valuable and needed. I mean, think about the last time you helped someone out with their exam preparation or homework, and the worst thing you can receive is a no. Like, it doesn't even hurt. Common mistake number 3 is perfectionism. Oh, I must get an A in this exam, otherwise all my efforts are gonna be wasted. I already checked the essay 1000 times, but I will proofread it 1 time more. First of all, something can never be perfect due to the fact that perfectionism is very subjective. So hopefully I don't need to tell you that chasing after something that is basically not even existing is not worth stressing out. Mistake number 4 is thinking self-worth equals performance. It is easier to get caught up on perfecting tasks when we believe that they reflect our value, which makes perfectly sense when we look at how our parents and teachers have wired us to believe that the higher our achievements are, the more valuable we get by praising us accordingly, whether it's constant praise for top grades or even being rewarded by gifts or money. It sends the message: the more you achieve, the more valuable you are and the more you deserve. The last mistake is not having fixed routines. Every little decision we make throughout the day, let it be when to do our homework, how to prepare for exams, how to write an essay, even the smallest things like what to eat for lunch, what to wear for the day, everything can add up and lead to burnout. Which brings us to the last part of the video, how to either recover or prevent burnout. So first things first, set priorities using the Eisenberger model. This model looks at how much effort we put into completing a task compared to what we get from the task as a result. What I want you to do now is take a look at this spreadsheet. Either make a screenshot of it or write it down on a piece of paper. Create your own spreadsheet and fill it in. It's gonna be crystal clear to you what needs to be done next and what can wait. Advice number 2 is to challenge yourself today by asking 2 people for help. It doesn't matter. It could be anything and anyone. And even if you can do the task yourself, ask someone to help you out. Asking other people for help is like a muscle which needs to be trained, but it will help you in so many aspects in your life. The next advice sounds very generic, but it's super useful. I think in high school I had like 13 different subjects, and there's just no way you can put 100% of your energy and time into each subject. One thing I was constantly telling myself was done is better than perfect. You will have subjects which are more important to you because they affect your grades the most. Or maybe you see that you are so behind in that one subject that you of course need to put more time and effort into it, which can also cause you to focus less on other subjects. But that is totally fine. The second reminder is, and I mean it seriously, you're not a robot. You are learning. You can't always handle everything perfectly. That is totally fine. Next would be to affirm yourself that your value is not determined by your performance. This might sound to you very cheesy. I needed to get convinced on that one as well, but once you start implementing it, you will see the results. Because if you don't do that conscious work, your subconscious mind will take over and it will continuously reaffirm that your value is determined by your performance rather than your inner qualities. Write these affirmations down on a post-it and stick it on your desk or on your mirror where you can always see it, and you will be shocked by the results. Or else your old beliefs will hold you back from living up to your fullest potential. Lastly, have a repetitive structure for things you always do, like your homework. For instance, write down every workday I will start doing my homework at 2 p.m. Write down at which time you want to do each thing. Be precise. But also having this kind of fixed structure also applies to exam preparation. Knowing which sources and books are going to serve you will make your life a lot easier instead of every single time scrolling through different websites, using different books. These things, they will confuse you and take up a lot of time. Notice that having a repetitive structure makes you more flexible, since they aim to reduce decision fatigueness and free up time. I hope that you found this video useful. If so, consider subscribing and I will see you in the next one. Bye!